I thought I would take a look at some ENFP fictional characters from films to see how realistic they are in my opinion. The first one I'd like to look at is Maria von Trapp from The Sound of Music. She shows lots of signs of being an ENFP. At the beginning, she's known for getting lost in her own world, out enjoying nature and singing, forgetting about her responsibilities until it is too late. But she always maintained an optimism for life, no matter what. This optimism is infectious for those that are around her, and they can't help but like her. When she goes to look after the Von Trapp children, she doesn't get put off by how difficult they are and the pranks they play on her. She simply finds a way to make things fun and to get the children to like her and to respect her, until they can't imagine life without her. She is a little doubtful of her own abilities and is very focused on looking after the children that she almost forgets her own heart and what she wants. She is kind, selfless, fun and optimistic, things that I would definitely associate with ENFPs. She has her moments of doubt, but overall she is always able to bring a smile to everyone around her. As she has more responsibilities to take on, such as looking after the children, her flightiness becomes less common because she knows that she has other people to think about and she can't simply run away from those responsibilities. She does still keep her fun-loving behaviour and just makes playing and singing with the children her outlet instead. The stereotype is that ENFPs can't have responsibilities, they aren't able to cope with them and they always run away from them. But I think it's more accurate to say that they don't necessarily start off wanting them, and if they don't have them, they will definitely take that to their advantage. But if they do have responsibilities, such as a family to look after or a job they need, then they will do that to the best of their ability and just look for fun moments within the responsibilities they have. I guess that is why my mum made such a good mum. She always got involved in activities when I was younger, and she made everything fun, even remembering speeches for exams. She came up with actions to help me to remember the words I needed, much like Maria coming up with fun ways for the children to do things like say goodnight. The next one I'd like to look at is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Ariel is bored of her mundane life where everything is predictable and non-exciting. She shows a lot of NE through her longing to try something new and exciting. She imagines that life on land will be wonderful because she gets to experience so many new exciting things that she can't do at the moment under the sea. She does run away with her NE a bit too much sometimes, and not think about the future ramifications of her actions, hence she ends up voiceless after signing it away to a witch. I'm sure many ENFPs can identify with an inner desire to be able to throw away all their responsibilities and cares and just run away into a new and exciting world, even though that's not something they can actually do most of the time. Ariel is also very friendly and optimistic about life. She enjoys spending time with her friends and has a childlike wonder for the world, which I'm sure every ENFP does have inside them, even if it's quite deep. Ariel is a bit more stereotypical of an ENFP, and I'm sure many ENFPs can relate to her when thinking back to being children or teenagers before the responsibilities of life took hold. But the part of Ariel that is curious and adventurous is definitely an ENFP trait, as is her desire to break out of the mundane routine that she is in and to experience something new. The important thing is to find a way to bring some excitement into your life without jumping to the extremes that Ariel did and leaving her family and whole life behind just to try something new. Thirdly is Daniel Hillard, the dad for Mrs. Doubtfire. ENFPs do seem to be fine with being silly and potentially making a fool out of themselves for their children. Daniel dresses up like an old woman just to see his children. Again, it seems like a new, fun idea that will get him to what he wants, which is to see his children, and he probably didn't think it all the way through, such as how long he would have to do it for and how he would be able to stop. But at the time it was a great idea and it seemed fun, so he just jumped in. He was more focused on holding true to his values. He wanted to see his children and to look after them as the dad he should be. So if he couldn't do that as himself, the dad, then he would find some other way to do it, even if that meant dressing up as Mrs. Doubtfire, the nanny. He was able to put his own feelings to one side when he was around his children, hiding his true identity from them, even though I'm sure he wanted them to know that he did care about them and he was the one looking after them. But he wanted to do the right thing and to make sure that they were happy. But as with Maria, even with the responsibilities of having children and being a completely different person, he still didn't lose his fun-loving side and his childlike wonder. It helps that Robin Williams himself was an ENFP in real life, because he really did portray the character brilliantly. He, like other ENFP fictional characters, show that no matter what life throws at you, you must make sure that you never lose your spark. Never lose that fun-loving side, because it is what makes you, you, and it is what other people around you love the most about you. Patch Adams is also a great film to watch to see an ENFP character, and to see what ENFPs bring to the world and how important and needed it is by everyone around them. I hope you found this interesting. I know I am slightly biased towards liking ENFPs because my mum is one, but I'm sure it's hard not to, especially when they are staying true to themselves and keeping that little spark of optimism and excitement in their life. Thank you for your time.